In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 NBA games happening on April 13, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Phoenix Suns vs. Sacramento Kings. The Phoenix Suns are squaring off against the Sacramento Kings this Sunday, with the game taking place at the Golden One Center. The Suns are still without Nick Richards and Kevin Durant, while the Kings will once again be missing Jake LaRavia and Malik Monk. At this point, Phoenix is clearly looking ahead to the offseason. They've got nothing left to play for. Sacramento, on the other hand, would really like to pick up a win here to hold on to the 9th spot in the standings. Phoenix is shutting things down, resting their top guys, and their 37.5% cover rate is among the worst in the league, second worst to be exact. The Kings are still fighting for playoff positioning, and they've been solid when favored big, going 10-2 against the spread in their last 12 games as double-digit favorites. Sacramento has handled Phoenix pretty well lately, going 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 matchups. They've also taken 2 out of 3 games from the Suns this season, including a blowout win at home by 23 points. The Kings are just better across the board. Offensively, they've been much more efficient, shooting over 10% better than the Suns in their head-to-head games. They've also been dominant on the glass, clearly winning the rebounding battle when these two teams meet. Even though Sacramento hasn't exactly been lights out recently, they've still taken care of business against the teams they're supposed to beat. Phoenix fits that bill right now. This game means something to Sacramento. It means nothing to Phoenix. The line is big, sure, but it makes sense. The Suns don't cover, and they're short on talent at the moment. The Kings should be all in and ready to take care of business. As our first pick for this matchup, the Sacramento Kings to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. 2 of the first 3 games between these teams this season went over the total. In each of those matchups, at least one team managed to score more than 120 points. On top of that, both teams have hit the over in 2 of their last 3 games overall. So, there's reason to believe this one could follow that same pattern. Both teams have shown more offensive punch this season. Defensively, though, they've been a mess, each ranking in the bottom 10. They allow too many easy buckets around the rim, give up a bunch of threes, and foul a lot. Neither team is particularly good at forcing mistakes either. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Clippers vs. Golden State Warriors. On Sunday afternoon, the Warriors will host the Clippers in what is not just the final game of the regular season, but one that carries real weight in the playoff picture. This isn't just another matchup, it's a high-stakes showdown. The two teams will close out their 4-game season series, with the Clippers trying to pull off a sweep of the Warriors for the first time since the 2019-2020 season. They haven't played each other since back on December 27th, when the Clippers came out on top, 102-92, covering the spread as 5.5-point favorites at home. The Clippers are still without a few key role players. Patty Mills, Nicholas Batum, and Amir Coffey are all out. On the flip side, Golden State appears to be coming into this one healthy, with no players listed on their injury report. That said, the Clippers have quietly turned into one of the hotter teams in the NBA. They've already knocked off the Warriors 3 times this season and seem to have their number lately. Los Angeles has now beaten Golden State in 6 straight matchups, and they're shaping up to be that sneaky contender in the Western Conference that no one really talks about enough. It's tough to ignore how solid they've been, and getting points with them feels like a gift. With both teams jockeying for playoff position, this is a must-win kind of game. And while the Warriors are rightfully slight favorites based on how they've been playing lately, it's hard to look past the Clippers as a tempting underdog. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Clippers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Clippers are probably going to control things down low and have an edge in the paint, but they'll have their hands full trying to stop Golden State from lighting it up from deep. The Warriors are second in the NBA in three-point attempt rate at .469, and they thrive when they can turn the game into a track meet. That's what they'll be aiming to do, push the pace and keep the Clippers uncomfortable. On defense, Golden State has to bring the energy. Their small ball lineup is going to play a big role here, especially if they want to stay competitive. Offensively, they've been on a roll lately, putting up at least 118 points in 5 of their last 6 wins. The Clippers haven't been slacking either, hitting at least 114 points in 5 of their last 6 overall. If both teams keep up their recent scoring trends, we could be looking at a game that flies over the projected total. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Raptors versus San Antonio Spurs. It's a late-season matchup between two teams just trying to get to the finish line as the Toronto Raptors visit the San Antonio Spurs on Sunday afternoon down in Texas. Both teams are out of the playoff picture, and this one doesn't have much riding on it. Toronto comes in after getting blown out by Dallas 124-102 on Friday night, falling short of the spread as 11-point underdogs. San Antonio didn't fare much better in their last outing, getting handled 117-98 by the Suns, also on Friday, missing the cover as 5.5-point underdogs. The Spurs have historically had the upper hand in this series, leading 37-20 in regular season meetings. That includes a lopsided 123-89 win in Toronto just a few weeks ago, back on March 23rd. Injuries continue to be the main storyline for both teams. The Raptors are still without key players like R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Jakob Poeltl. On the other side, the Spurs remain short-handed too, missing Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, and Keldon Johnson. There's really nothing on the line here, and that's obvious from how the teams have been handling their rotations. That March 23rd game, where the Spurs cruised to a 34-point win as slight road favorites, wasn't all that competitive, and things haven't changed much since then. On Friday, San Antonio barely played any of their regular starters, and the ones who did suit up saw very limited minutes. Toronto gave some guys the night off too, but they might roll out a more familiar lineup for this season finale. Toronto's been sneaky good against the spread lately, especially in the underdog role. They've covered 60% of the time this season, which is second best in the league, only behind the Thunder. That's a strong number considering the state of their roster. The Raptors are also 8-5 against the spread in their last 13 games when getting 5 or more points. Meanwhile, there's no way I'm trusting the Spurs as favorites, even in a meaningless spot like this. Toronto has kind of botched the whole tanking thing, as they've actually won 6 straight games. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Raptors to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Offensively, the Raptors have been playing a little better than usual lately. Over their last 10 games, they've averaged 114 points per game, which is nearly 3 points above their season average. On the defensive side, they've tightened up too, holding opponents to just 109.1 points per game in that stretch, almost 6 points better than their season-long number. They play at a decent pace, sitting 11th in tempo at about 99.7 possessions per game, but their offensive efficiency is still low, ranked 26th. The Spurs, on the other hand, have put up 110.2 points per game over their last 10. But they've been getting lit up, giving up 119.9 a night. They rank 13th in pace, just a tick slower than the Raptors, and 19th in offensive efficiency. When these teams faced off a few weeks ago, they combined for just 212 points, well under the projected 232-point total. Toronto had a brutal night scoring the ball, managing only 89 points, which tied their season low. But since then, they've averaged a much healthier 114 points per game. The bigger concern now is what San Antonio brings to the table. They've been undermanned for a while, and it shows. They only managed 98 points in their last game and have averaged just under 109 over their last 11 contests. It feels like they're ready for the offseason, and I wouldn't count on them doing much offensively in this one. The under has hit in 4 of the last 6 matchups between these two. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Lakers versus Portland Trail Blazers. The Portland Trail Blazers are set to take on the Los Angeles Lakers at the Moda Center in what should be a low-key Sunday showdown. It's the final meeting of the regular season between these two squads, and so far, the Lakers have had Portland's number. Back in their last matchup on February 20th, Los Angeles took home a 110-102 win, covering as 1.5-point road favorites. Los Angeles is expected to rest several key players for this game, likely looking ahead to the playoffs. playoffs. Meanwhile, Portland continues to deal with a slew of injuries that have been piling up for weeks. Jerami Grant, Deandre Ayton, Denny Avdija, and Shedon Sharpe remain out. It's been that kind of season for the Blazers. Last Friday, Portland was seriously undermanned in their game against the Golden State Warriors. They were missing an entire rotation: Denny Avdija, Deandre Ayton, Jerami Grant, Scoot Henderson, Shedon Sharpe, and Anthony Simons all sat out. On top of that, Ayton hasn't seen the floor since February 10th, and Robert Williams is also unavailable due to a knee issue. Their roster has been held together by duct tape lately. Keep an eye on the injury report leading up to game time. Chances are we won't be seeing a full-strength version of either team. That said, the Lakers are deeper and have more firepower across the board. They've also been solid against the spread, going 4-1 against the spread over their last 5 games and 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 matchups with Portland. They're trying to build momentum heading into the playoffs, and games like this offer a chance to stay sharp without burning out their top guys. Even after making a statement by dismantling the Rockets, the Lakers aren't looking to slow down just yet. Their offense is humming. They rank in the top 10 for effective field goal percentage and are getting to the free throw line more than almost any team in the league. The Blazers, on the other hand, continue to struggle on defense and transition and can't seem to take care of the basketball. Their high turnover rate has been a major issue all season. Portland's offense was ice cold in their last game against Golden State, barely putting up any points. Frankly, they shouldn't be favored in this matchup at all. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Lakers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. With both sides missing key contributors, don't expect this one to be a pretty watch. The Lakers won't be as explosive without their main weapons, even though they've been averaging an impressive 127 points per 100 possessions in their last 5 games. That number's likely to come down without the usual suspects on the court. Portland's scoring has been a grind lately, just 104 points per 100 possessions over their last 5, but they've done a decent job on defense, giving up only 106 points per 100 during that same stretch. The under has hit in 4 of the last 5 matchups between these two teams, and it's cashed in 6 of their last 7 meetings at the Moda Center. The Lakers don't play fast, and they slow things down even more on the road. That sluggish pace combined with Portland's defensive chops, especially when it comes to forcing turnovers and defending the arc, could keep this game low scoring. But with the Blazers' offense stuck in the mud, it's hard to imagine a shootout. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Oklahoma City Thunder versus New Orleans Pelicans. The Oklahoma City Thunder are traveling to the Smoothie King Center this Sunday afternoon for a Western Conference showdown against the New Orleans Pelicans. The Thunder are sitting at the top of the Western Conference standings with a dominant 67-14 record, and they're riding the momentum of a 3-game win streak. Their most recent victory came on Friday night when they crushed the Utah Jazz on the road with a 145-111 final score. On the flip side, things haven't been going well for the Pelicans. They're near the bottom of the West, ranked 14th, with just 21 wins and 60 losses, and they've dropped 6 straight games. Their latest defeat was a rough one, getting blown out 153-104 at home by the Miami Heat. This marks the 4th and last regular season meeting between these two teams, and Oklahoma City will be trying to complete the clean sweep. Oklahoma City will once again be without some key names. Luguentz Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are all still out. New Orleans is in the same boat, missing several starters including C.J. McCollum, Zion Williamson, Trey Murphy, and Herbert Jones. When it comes to recent performance on the road, the Thunder have been solid, winning 9 of their last 10 games away from home. Meanwhile, the Pelicans haven't had much luck at their own arena, losing 6 of their last 9 home games. Oklahoma City's edge comes from how efficient they've been shooting the ball lately, hitting better than 52% overall and knocking down 45% of their threes in their last 3 outings. They've also been more reliable at the free throw line, connecting on over 81% of their shots. Add in the fact that they dominate the offensive boards, snagging over 10 a game, and it's no surprise they're among the league's best in getting extra possessions. They've also taken good care of the ball, averaging fewer than 10 turnovers over that same stretch. In contrast, the Pelicans have really struggled on defense lately, giving up more than 136 points per game in their last 3, and allowing opponents to shoot over 53% from the floor. It's going to be tough for them to contain Oklahoma City's offense. It's never easy to call a game where both teams are down their starting lineups, but the Thunder's bench players proved they could take care of business, even on the road, like they did against the Jazz. Even though Oklahoma City has already clinched the top seed in the league and probably won't put any of their starters on the court, that doesn't seem to slow them down. They sat most of their big names last game and still rolled to a 34-point win. The Pelicans, on the other hand, haven't had their full roster for a while, and the results have shown they've only won 21 games all season and have been disappointing against the spread, going 33-45-3. Meanwhile, the Thunder have been covering at a rate of 70.1%, the highest mark in the league. That kind of consistency doesn't just go away. One team keeps beating the number, the other doesn't. As our first pick for this matchup, the Oklahoma City Thunder to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both of these teams have been hitting the over recently. The Thunder have gone over the total in each of their last 3 games, and the Pelicans have done the same in 3 of their last 4. Oklahoma City puts up a lot of points, averaging 120.6 per game, and they like to play fast. They rank 10th in the NBA in pace, with an average of 103.3 possessions per game. They're up against a team that's been giving up 136 points per game over its last 3, so the scoring opportunities will be there. New Orleans is averaging 110 points per contest and plays at a slightly slower but still quick tempo, ranking 14th with 102.7 possessions per game. On top of that, they'll be facing a Thunder defense that's been allowing 114 points per game in their last 3. These teams also went over the total in their last 2 head-to-head matchups. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.